This is the Dogecoin 1 month overview reading for the month of June 2023. It's currently May 4th, 2023, 7:21 p.m. Eastern Time. Dogecoin at the time of this reading is currently 0.07847 or just under 8 cents per coin. And the shuffle file we're about to play was created on April 12th, 2023 at 10:11 p.m. Eastern Time. That's this file right here. So the overall theme and behavior for Dogecoin in the month of June is significantly bearish. We have a decline through multiple support levels. It is, however, crossed with a notable move higher standing out on a 1 month chart. At least one notable move higher standing out on the 1 month chart that comes from out of oversold territory. Behavior around the highest high, we have out of a decline or in the face of seemingly overwhelming headwinds, there's a notable move to the upside again on the scale of a 1 month chart. And then off of the low, we have a notable decline into the low. And out of that decline, a big move from the bottom of the range to the top of a range around the lowest low. Before we go any further, guys, let's take a look and see how we did for April. So we have a highest high somewhere around the 5th, 6th, and it looks like a lowest low on the 1st with one of our best trade opportunities, or maybe the best trade opportunity of the month right here between the 1st and what appears to be the 3rd. So let's take a look. It looks like here on the 1st, we're at a lowest low, and by the 3rd, nice trade, like over a 3-day period would have made a substantial amount of profit there. And then by the 4th, 5th, we're in the highs. So it looks like I was off by a day because it took place on the 4th. And I probably said like cusp of 4th, 5th or cusp of 6th, 7th. But we're there, guys, that we went from the lowest low to the highest high with a successful trade. And then it looks like we climb back up, and it looks like maybe on my reading, I'm a little early on the cutoff of that drop back to a lowest low. We go like up these like semi crests mid month, followed by a lowest low here, and it looks like the lowest low took place. Well, matter of fact, that's a lowest low, but they're pretty close. Like here on the 26th. Or on the 21st, we're pretty close to a lowest low. So it looks like I'm off by a couple days there. And then we have another significant crest or peak there on the 25th, and it looks like I was off by a day, 26th. This is all pretty solid. Especially that trade at the beginning of the month there, really solid. I'd give this an A+. This is pretty solid. I was off by like a day here or there, but if you take into consideration that the April reading was created on February 24th, 2023 at 10:05 p.m. Eastern Time, that's pretty damn good. All right, so back to the reading. Excuse my French, by the way. All right, so on the first, we attempt to establish support on a 1 month kind of scale. On the second, we're bumping along resistance the majority of the day. We may break through resistance and bump along resistance some more, break through resistance, bump along resistance some more, but the majority of the behavior there on the second should be bumping along resistance or like meeting a key resistance several times. Looks like towards the end of the day or on the cusp of the 2nd, 3rd, there's a peak or crest, and then we do like a U-shaped dip on the 3rd. From the peak or crest on the cusp, we do a U-shaped dip. And it looks like either the U-shaped dip, like the second crest after you have the valley, you have a crest, valley, crest with a U-shaped dip, right? So the second crest there is either on the cusp of the 3rd, 4th, or more likely at some point towards the end of the day on the 4th, or both. It might be like a crest and then we drop again on the cusp of the 3rd, 4th, pretty notably. In the morning of the 4th, we move significantly to the upside to a peak or crest there, standing out on a 1 month. We might have a highest high there on the cusp of the 4th, 5th, it's possible. And then again on the 6th, we have a most likely location of a highest high, but it might be there on the 4th, 5th. And then again on the 6th, or it might just be there on the 4th, 5th. It's kind of hard. It's somewhere between the 4th, 5th, 6th, we have a highest high. A lot of ground price changes covered to the upside there on the 4th. A lot of ground is covered to the downside there on the 6th off of that highest high towards the end of the day. It looks like a lot of volatility at a key resistance level. And then the following day on the 7th, we have a prominent move higher early in the day, followed by a full retracement of that move back down to a prominent trough or crest for the month there. Excuse me, trough or low for the month there on the 7th. Decline continues, so we likely gap up on the 8th, or we move up between the 7th and the 8th, I should say, and then there's another significant decline on the 8th, taking us into erratic behavior back and forth through the same price level on the 9th. In the midst of that erratic behavior back and forth through the same price level, we do revisit a crest that was recently a past opportunity. Doesn't mean it's an opportunity at this revisiting of it, but it recently was, so probably the crest that we saw here around like the 7th. On the 10th, we're declining back down to a key support level that we recently met before, and that's probably somewhere around the 7th, 8th as well. Looks like a day's peak towards the middle part of the day on the 10th. On the 11th, we have a decline to and through support on a 1 month scale. We meet another support, and then we rotate sideways along that support into a prominent trough on the 12th, and a big move out of that trough to the upside. There's trade opportunity there and a big move to the upside. Matter of fact, I left out that there's quite a few trade opportunities here on the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Guys, if you're interested in getting the paid version where we talk about the trade opportunities, you can do that here at our website, Tarot for Traders. It's a really great way to support the channel. We definitely recognize the names of the people who go ahead and do this, because they're what's providing the support necessary for us to continue and grow this channel. But you would go to the predictions here under ESOMeta Forecasts under our services, and you subscribe to, in this case, it would be the Dogecoin reading. Subscribe. And that'll set you up with the paid version every single month, where we talk about all of the best trades that we see for the month. To give you an idea, like this trade early in the month where we said open up a long position here in April and close it here on the 3rd, that trade was covered in the paid version of the April reading. So that's what you get for paid version. That, and really it guarantees that Dogecoin continues to be covered on a monthly basis because it's somebody's being subscribed to it. Eventually I move on to another ticker if nobody subscribes. In any case, back to what we're doing here. So a big move out of a prominent trough or low here early in the day on the 12th. Big move to the upside to a prominent crest or peak. A failed attempt to break through key resistance, and a decline through key support. On the 13th, out of a decline, the decline that came off of the key resistance there on the 12th, decline continues into the 13th. And out of that decline, there's a fast sudden move higher, marking the end of that decline. On the 14th, we have correlation to a decline through multiple support levels here. There's a trade opportunity and likely some sort of holding pattern with a pop and drop. Either that or there's a decision between two leaders that's highlighted here on the 14th. That's important. Excuse me. This is like the merger card when we're talking about stocks. Obviously, this is a crypto, though. On the 15th, we have a key technical price level that's highlighted. It's key technical price level on at least a 1-year scale. And then on the 16th, and a prominent crest or peak there on the 15th as well. On the 16th, we have another big move to the upside, unexpected move higher to a prominent crest or peak. We might possibly have... This is going to stand out. This crest or peak will really stand out. We're on the 16th with a significant move to the upside. And there's a notable trade opportunity in here as well, which we'll get into again in the paid version. 3 crisscrosses back and forth through the same price level on the 17th, usually confirming a bullish trend there. And then on the 18th, we have a breakout on a 1-month kind of chart scale to a peak or crest there on the cusp of the 18th, 19th. We sell off from that peak or crest through multiple support levels, a trade opportunity in the midst of that sell-off. And then on the that's on the 19th, and then on the 20th, we have a rally that increases with momentum moving forward into a peak or crest on the 21st. Significant trade opportunity that will really stand out there on the 21st on a 1-month kind of scale. And then on the 22nd, a sideways fluctuating decline off of a peak or crest there on the cusp of the 21st, 22nd. Sideways fluctuating decline that precedes a rally. So on the 23rd, we most likely have a bit of a rally, but it's a fake out of some sort, taking us to a peak or crest there on the cusp of the 23rd and the 24th. And there's a notable reversal there on the 24th with a sharp decline to a lowest low, most likely a lowest low here on the cusp of the 24th, 25th. Out of that lowest low, there's a rally that offers opportunity to open up a short position. We probably revisit the lowest low again there on the 26th, in the midst of a pop and drop or sideways holding pattern with a pop and drop in it. Congress might be highlighted there on the 26th as well. On the 27th, we have a lot of price change, meeting a key resistance level and a prominent crest on a 1 month kind of scale. The 27th, there's a lot of price change and volatility around that resistance level at a prominent crest or peak. And then on the 28th, we have a notable move higher sitting out on the 1 month scale, successfully turning resistance into new support. There's multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance on the 29th and a correlation to a notable decline through multiple supports on a scale of a 1 month chart. And then on the 30th, we have correlation to a big pop to the upside out of oversold territory. And there's a key technical resistance level highlighted there where volume will kind of flatten out. The following month, we have a period of volatility that ends with a fast sudden move higher. That's for July. And I'd say the most likely location of the highest high again is here around the 4th, 5th, or the 6th. We might see it again on the 16th, unlikely, but it's possible. And then we have a lowest low here on the 24th, 25th, possibly again on the 26th, with quite a lot of trade opportunities again that I'll get into in the paid version. And that's Dogecoin for the month of June. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Most importantly, my friends, make sure to follow that rule of karma. It's the whole purpose of the channel. You do so here at the resources tab of our website, where we ask that from the profits made from the information on this channel, 5% of those profits should be donated forward to one of these charities. That's a secret of manifestation, guys, of abundance, is to make sure that you give freely. So this guarantees the flow of abundance continues onward through the universe. Right? You have to release to receive. You have to let go to receive, right? And then 5% of the profits back to the channel. That's what helps the channels continue to produce free content for everybody. You do that here at the Cashapp or the PayPal. It leaves you with 90% of the profits you made from this information. Make sure that you spend that money out of love, and the universe is going to send it back to you tenfold in all directions. Stay tuned for the paid version, my friends. I'll see you on the next one.